Sometimes in Ponytown, you don't have any friends that are online. I mean, look at my friends list here. I have, okay, this person's name is weird. I have a couple of people online, sure. But sometimes your friends aren't online, and sometimes you have 0 friends. So what do you do in that case? What can you do in Ponytown if you have no friends and there's no one else in the game? That's right, today we're going to be talking about some things that you can do alone in Ponytown. So starting off, there's a couple of obvious ones. Obviously, if you wanted to, you could hit J on your keyboard when you're in game, or just do this before you even enter the game, and you can edit a character, you can make a character, do any kind of cool thing like that, make all kinds of characters, you can do all kinds of prompts and things like that. I'm sure you can find some of those online if you really looked hard enough for them, and all kinds of other stuff like that. Of course, you can make characters and have little fun challenges making characters and stuff like that. That's a very obvious one, but there's another thing that you can do, of course, and that is collect things. Obviously, this is another obvious thing, so this kind of bundled up into both the same point here, but of course you can collect things here on the map. During summer, these clams will actually have a chance to open up, and there will be a pearl inside them, and you can collect pearls. Right now, it is not active, at least as of recording this. See, as you can see here, I've collected 24. But during spring and summer, you can go up to these random clover patches. If I can find one just vibing out over here. That is a strange looking kitty. But yeah, you can go up to these random clover patches that are just all over the map, and there will be a chance for a 4-leaf clover to spawn. You can pick it up, and then of course you can collect clovers. Both pearls and clovers have absolutely no value whatsoever. They don't really do anything, but it is kind of fun and interesting to see how many you can collect in a single day or something like that, right? And of course, it's always a fun little thing to go around and collect stuff. So that's, of course, a couple of things right off the bat that anyone can do. There's another very obvious thing, and that is, of course, edit your island. So if you want to go to your island, and you're at the bottom of the map, this is a very easy thing. I bet you didn't know this, but you can go on this boat here, and it'll teleport you to the top, and then you can go up on your party island right here, and then boom, I'm on my party island. Look at that. I can eat my banana, and then start placing stuff like a table, and this thing. I can't put this on that table because tables don't work, but of course, obviously, everyone knows that you can edit your island and do cool stuff like that. So that is another kind of obvious thing that you can do if you are playing alone. But there are still things that may not be as obvious. And some things that are definitely not obvious, such as this right here. This is a dice game that I made myself. This is a fun little dice game that you guys can play. It is like a solitaire type thing, I guess, is how I should phrase that. So what you're going to do is you are going to roll out of 6. You're going to do specifically roll 2d6. That is the command that you're going to enter. You're going to enter that command, and then boom, you have 2 and 4, and those are the 2 dice that you get. So you rolled a 2 and a 4, it amounts to 6. Ignore the 6. All you need to know is that you rolled a 2 and a 4. So what you're going to do is you're going to get these like small doormats, I guess, and you're going to have each of them represent a different number. So purple is 2 and green is 4. So now I have to get, of course, a green one somewhere. I guess I'll put it down there, and I need a purple one, and I'll put it down right next to it, I guess. And what your goal is you're trying to get 4 in a row of the same number, or I guess the color in this case, the same 4 dice in a row. If you have a lot of dice in real life, this is something that you can do in real life, of course. We have dice in Ponytown, so this is a fun little thing you can do. Your goal is to get 4 in a row, and you have to place starting from left to right. Let's go ahead and do another thing here. So roll 2d6. I rolled a 1 and a 2. So if I wanted to, I could put a 1 like this, and then a 2 right up here if I wanted to, or I can put it down here if I wanted to, or right here even if I wanted to. There's a few different places I can put it. I'll put it right there since there's 2 purples there. So if at any point you get 3 in a row, such as this, let's say I rolled like another 2 and then like another 1 or something like that, right? We'll put a 1 there and that there. Since I got 3 in a row somewhere, I can actually remove any of these on the board I want. I guess I'll go ahead and remove the green one, and then we can continue rolling and doing our things. If you roll doubles, let's say I rolled 2 4s or something like that, right? So that's 2 4s. I can either place both of my 4s down anywhere I want, or I can choose not to place either of them down and replace something on the board with that number. So of course, if I want to replace that with a 4 for some reason, I can do that because that's just a cool little thing there. And like I said, your goal is to get 4 in a row, and once you get 4 in a row, you clear that row and you continue playing. You want to clear as many rows as possible in this game, and then you can use like these plushies, I guess, to like determine like how many you've done. I look at this, I got I got a row. I cleared a row. That's cool. That's cool. I cleared a row. I got 4 in a row here. That's awesome. Boom. I put a plushie up there to kind of keep score, so to speak. And you do that until you can no longer place any of your dice down, which this makes it seem very simple and easy, but this actually can be very difficult in some cases. Like this can be like you lose right off the bat, you win right off the bat. Like it can be very quick. It's quick no matter what, but it's very fun. There's a lot of strategy involved and stuff like that. But when getting 3 in a row, you cannot get 3 in a row diagonally. You can up and down and left and right, but you cannot get 3 in a row diagonally. Obviously, you can't get 4 in a row diagonally or 4 in a row up and down because it's just a 3x4 grid here, so it's impossible. But yeah, that's literally how it works. But another thing to add on to this, if you guys want to make your own little solitaire-based games, I do highly recommend doing something similar to this that I've done down here, where you place these doormats down here and you put grapes on them to sort of signify like different cards and stuff like that. You can roll dice to determine what you've drawn from those cards or something and stuff like that. There's all kinds of like little things that you could probably come up with that. I will be continuing trying to come up with more of these mini games that you can play alone and solo. But for now, let's talk about a couple of other things that you can do in Ponytown if you have no friends and you have nothing to do. So another thing, of course, in Ponytown that you can do if you are playing alone is make up your own little challenges. I've done a couple of these on the channel. One of them I've done specifically where you have to cross the entire map without touching another character, without touching any other player. The plush on your head does not count, but it was probably smarter to just remove it entirely. So I'll go ahead and remove that and a little bit of my hair and try to do that challenge as I explain all kinds of other little mini challenges and stuff like that you can do with yourself. So of course you have obviously cross the entire map without being touched by another player. That is very simple and easy, and when I originally done it, I done it as like a joke or whatever because I thought it would be funny. Like if you go back and watch that video, it's very obviously like a big satire, big joke and everything like that. But it can be a bit of a challenge if you do go into more crowded areas and stuff like that. Oh, okay, I died immediately. They got me. They touched me. I already lost the challenge. But of course, there's other challenges that you can do as well. For example, you can time how fast it takes you to circle the map. Like you can do like little speed races or something like that. Boom. I'm gonna go from one end of the map to the other end of the map. Teleporting is allowed. You can do all those kind of crazy things like that fast boat travel thing. And boom, you get all the way to the top left corner. Boom. You stop your timer. You can do all kinds of interesting things like that. You can of course race how long it takes you to circle from this area all the way over to this other area way back here, and then back around and stuff like that. And then like this sign right there can be like your finish line or something like that. So you can do like little races where you can race how fast you can go. You can do other stuff like boop out a torch and then see how far away you can get before it comes back on. Like look how far can I get it? Can I get it far enough? Oh, it disappeared from view. So that's it. I don't know. There's all kinds of other challenges you can do, of course, as well. For example, oh wow, that thing actually didn't actually even come back on yet. There's other challenges as well that you can do, of course. Stuff like see how long it takes you to find an apple or a banana or a pear or something like that that spawns naturally on the map rather than getting one from like a fruit box or something like that. You can do all kinds of other stuff as well. If you want to do stuff and you're alone, of course, there's always this next thing, which is just go to Docs and try to join a roleplay. Or something like that. Like surely, like you're alone, you have no friends. That's the scenario we're going with. You have no friends. Well, a good way to make friends is to go to these different roleplays that are advertised at Docs. Hey, see here's someone's advertising Mafia. If I wanted to join Mafia, I could join Mafia. Maybe I'd make a friend there. And of course, it is something for me to do if I am playing alone. But if I do want to stay completely alone, then there's of course still the challenges and the other stuff that I've shared before in this video. And if you do play alone and you have stuff that you like to do, let me know in the comments below what those things are, because I'm very curious of like what you do when you have nothing to do here in Ponytown, which essentially you usually have nothing to do if you are alone, except now you don't because this video helped you out here. One more thing that you can do if you are playing alone and you want something to do, you can hunt me down. You can hunt Skellebones down. That's right. That's another thing you can do. I play this game all the time. Usually I'll play sometime after I upload. I'm finding a lot of clovers throughout this video somehow. I normally play sometime shortly after I upload a video. So if I upload a video like an hour later, within that time span, I'm probably going to be playing the game. So hop on, try and look for me or something like that. Of course, you can look for me just whenever you play and you have no friends online. Just go ahead and look. Just go ahead and look for me. That could be another little fun thing that you can do. Of course, another little mini challenge you could do is like you could try to come up with like a character. Like, oh, I need to find a character with a black hat, and you got to look around until you find that character with a black hat. So like, see here. Here's an example. This person has a black hat. Boom! I won because I found the person with the black hat. There's all kinds of challenges like that you can do with yourself. Of course, if you have other friends, you can do similar challenges. Here's another clover. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative to some degree, and I look forward to hearing your ideas for all these little things that you can do by yourself in Ponytown. So yeah, with that said, please do consider liking, subscribing, sharing, and doing all of those wonderful things like that. Because when you do those wonderful things like that, not only do you get access to wonderful content such as this, but you also get to become one of yourself. And I think we all want that. So do those wonderful things, and until next time, stay wonderful.